Welcome back, watchers. We are here in on the estate here to get ready to introduce a new episode of the Bare Bones Project. It's a little dark out, or it's starting to get a little dark outside, and that's a scary thing when you don't have a nice, safe house and all this armors and weaponry to protect yourself. And that's what we're going to go through tonight over in the Bare Bones world. We're going to cover what to do at night when you don't have a bed to sleep in, and have things that you need to do just to ensure your survival. And then in the morning, we're going to hop out of our hidey hole, and we're going to go do things like find some food. So alright, watchers, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, watchers, we're back in our hidey hole, and it's just a little bit later than when we left last week. Haven't done a whole lot. It's still dark out, pretty dark. Don't want to go out there and attract attention. So the big downside is we can't really see what time it is, but remember, it's about 10 minutes to get through all this. 10 minutes for night, 10 minutes for day, so on and so forth. So a full 24-hour cycle in Minecraft, about 20 minutes. So what are we going to do to kill the time? Well, we're going to craft some stuff. For instance, we need some more sticks. So we can use this time productively, because we don't want to waste time. We don't want to waste daylight time when we can be outside. Just messing around, crafting and cooking, and it's just not smart. So we're going to upgrade to stone tools and weapons, because basically the wood stays the same regardless. We have different materials we can make tools and weapons out of, but you're always going to have a stick for a handle, and then you just add stone or iron or gold or diamonds or whatever you're going to be using in place of the wood planks that we used initially. It's not much of a boost, because the wooden sword has what is that, +4 attack damage. This one's +5. So it's not much of a boost, but it's better than a stick in the eye, as the saying goes. Get a shovel. Probably don't need a shovel, but why not? It's my video, watchers. I'll make a shovel if I want to. And we're going to make a couple of pickaxes, because if all goes well... Ooh, getting an upgrade. We'll be able to use that a lot. Now, there's certain items that will stack, as it's called, which means I've got multiple cobblestone in this one stack. I have multiple charcoal in this one stack, multiple sticks, multiple wood, multiple doors. Generally, these are expendable items. They're designed to be used up pretty quickly. So you can have stacks of them. Some stacks are only 16. Some stacks are 64. It's just kind of, you'll learn as you go along and what you use. But tools do not stack, which is Minecraft's way of saying that these are kind of valuable things, and they're also durable. They're, you know, not expendable. You're going to use that pickaxe for a while, so don't fill your inventory with it. So we've got that. I've got stone tools. That's fantastic. I'm going to make a couple more torches, because you really can't have too many torches, watchers. Torches are how you keep the monsters at bay. Torches mean civilization, so without torches you're kind of stuck. Oh, we've got 2 in there already. Well, that's we'll add 1 more. Outsmarted myself, and then we'll make another torch, because why not? So now we've got 20 of those. I don't need that in my hotbar. also burn some of these guys here. So health, you can see those hearts, still dark. Cover some key concepts. The hearts are your damage markers, your life points. Anytime you take damage from like a fall or a zombie eating you, or you get poisoned, or any numerous ways that you can take damage here in Minecraft, they're gonna go down, usually in half heart increments, and they regenerate automatically as long as your hunger is at 0, and hunger is measured by those turkey leg looking meat pop things. So as long as you have full health and full hunger, you got no problems. But if you have less than full health and less than full hunger, if you have any hunger, I guess is the better way to put it, you're going to be in trouble because it will not regenerate your health, and you'll just keep taking damage and keep just diminishing until you're in a world of hurt. So it's important to have food and to eat when you're hungry. So at the same time, if food is scarce, it's not necessary to eat when you're only half a food pop down. But that's a whole nother conversation. We'll see how that works as we go. So there are some variety. There are variety of monsters. I don't see any out there. That's pretty good. But we have zombies, are the most common kind. They're zombies. They're green dudes who wander around and they groan and they chase after you like a mindless zombie. That's pretty cool. Pretty easy to get rid of. They don't do anything special. They gotta get to you to cause damage. Another, how do you say, monster is a skeleton, another common one, and that guy is they're ranged attack. So if anyone's got any gaming experience at all, your zombies are melee attacks, and your ranged opponent is the skeleton. Skeletons have bows and arrows, and they can shoot from a while away, and they can really mess up your day, especially if you do not also have a bow and arrow to return fire. Because while you're trying to chase them down, they're going to track you, they're going to keep shooting you full of arrows, and it's just ugly. We also have creepers, are another pretty common one. Creepers are tricky because creepers explode. They're kind of like the suicide bombers of Minecraft. Their whole goal is to silently sneak up behind you or creep up on you. Then you'll hear a hissing sound, and then they explode. If you don't get away fast enough, you're going to take a serious amount of damage, and whatever you're working on is just going to go boom, and it can get very frustrating, let me tell you. Oh, looks like we're starting to get a little light out. Oh, it's almost practically morning. Fantastic. Those are our most common. Let's go find some food rather than keep talking about monsters. There's a couple other monsters that we can worry about, but yeah, let's not worry too much. Okay, so one thing I am worried about being in a valley like this is getting lost. So we're going to build a beacon. I'm going to do that by digging up some dirt. Again, I selected the shovel with 4, and now I'm just holding down my right-click key. Oh my goodness, my left-click key. 32 should be good. So a beacon is very simply put a tower of dirt. There's an actual beacon game concept. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about a homemade beacon to, oh, there's water. That's good. That's just I'm gonna put it right atop my my doorway here. I'm going to select this with 5. I'm going to jump and then right click to place it. Jump, click, jump, click, jump, click. I'm also going to place a second one here, and you'll see why in a moment. Okay, that should be tall enough, I hope. Oh goodness. And I'm going to put a torch on top. Boom. Just one torch straight up and down. Now, if you dig right beneath you, you will fall, because what you're standing on is gone, and it's going to drop you to the next level. That can be dangerous if you're in a mine and you dig out your support structure and you end up in a pool of lava. But when building beacon towers, it's pretty handy. All right, let's go take a look around now that we have a way of getting back home. Maybe hop over to that hill over there. Pull the sword out. We want to keep your eyes peeled. You want to be looking around. These dark oak forests get pretty dark during the day, so they can spawn monsters, so we just want to be mindful of it. Looks like a nice birch forest. If you fall too far, not far enough, but if you fall too far, you can take damage, so you want to be careful. I am interested in putting up another beacon. Yeah, see, fell too far. There's got to be an easier way to get up here. Look at that. Oh, goody watchers, look at that. Cows. Cows, that is fantastic. That is good news. Let's, can I still see my beacon from here? Yes. So we're not going to worry about the beacon so far. We got some water and sand. That's good, that's good. And cows. Quite a few cows. Oh, spider. Nope, no, I'm paranoid. It's just roses. Or poppies, rather, I'm sorry. So we're going to have to kill one of these cows. Get some food. So, best way to do this is if you can jump and then left click on the way down, you will be able to get what's called a critical hit and do extra damage. So jump and boom. And they get, and that's good because they run around like crazy people. Ta-da! Yay! That gave me one, whoop, wrong button. One raw beef and one piece of leather. It's not really a lot of food, but we do not want to kill all of these cows because we can breed cows, and that's called sustainable farming practices. I thought there was more than 3 cows over here. That's okay. Steak is very filling. It's a good meal. So I think we'll be okay with just the one for now. I do still want to get up here. I see what I'm talking about with hunger. I'm missing one meat pop now, but I don't necessarily want... Okay, there we go. So there are 2. I can get that guy down by the lake. So I don't necessarily want to eat anything right now, and I don't want to eat the raw meat. It's just, it's not that it's dangerous or anything, except for chicken. Raw chicken will probably get you sick. But that's not, ooh, sheep too. Fantastic, watchers, this is good. And I'm also going to put a torch on the side. Oh, movement thing I didn't warn you about. hold down shift, you crouch. And while you're crouching, you can go to the edge and hang off. Like I'm pressing my down key or my walk key right now, W. Not gonna fall because I have my shift key down. Lets me hang off the edge and point a torch going that way. That's where home is. Okay. So that's helpful. Go check out these sheep. We have some mushrooms, some giant mushrooms in the forest over here. Things are looking up, watchers. Let me get a couple of sheep. I see you too. Jump and fall. Nope, no critical hit. See that? All those stars means critical hit. Two wool. If we had 3 wool, we could make a bed. But I don't want to kill all of my sheep. I want to leave a breeding pair. Because sustainable, watchers. We are trying to be sustainable. One more cow. Did we get? Yes, we got mutton. That is fantastic. I'm gonna do it. Oh, good. So now we have plenty of meat. We got a torch up. We got a little bit of sunlight left. So let's go across the water here. Now, water will slow you down a little bit. And if it gets deep enough for you to jump in, and this is a shallow lake, so I can't demonstrate that. But you can drown in water, is my point. At some point I will demonstrate how that might work. This one's tricky. Anytime you get these forests like that, it's very hard. Oops, sun's going down. It's very hard to properly get your bearings. So, but in any event, it is time to go home. So this is good. Water will come in handy. We have mountains floating around. Some hills. Hills are good because you can dig into them and find resources. I'm gonna go this way around. Mushrooms are handy. If we have both brown and red mushrooms, we could make mushroom stew, which is a very healthy meal. Very filling. Lots of flowers, lots of wood. Ooh, chickens. Fantastic. We have chickens, we have sheep, we have everything but pigs right here. Which is good because each of them offers unique resources. Because you can't make feathers without, excuse me, you can't make arrows without chicken feathers. This is good, this is good. I'm liking this, watchers. I'm liking this a lot. So this has been a very successful first day out. Now there's a little bit of daylight left, but I'm going to call it now because we only have a couple minutes left in the episode, and I want to show you how cooking works. Because if we eat the raw mutton or the raw beef, it's not going to be as filling as if we cook it first. I mean, there's a reason we start cooking our food as people, and that translates here to Minecraft as well. So we need to have our charcoal in place, and we're going to put the beef into the oven, and it's going to cook. And that's all there really is to it. And it comes out as steak. And it's a pretty simple process. And we'll eat here in a second once we cook everything up. But yeah, it's very important to, it's very easy to get lost in Minecraft. It's a never-ending world. I believe I saw a an infographic somewhere along the way on Facebook, perhaps. Oop. Cover experience in a second here, but cooking things gives you experience. Killing things, cooking things, mining certain ores, they get you experience, and that comes in handy for reasons I will explain down the road. But actually, I don't want to use any more of my charcoal on this, since I have useless wooden tools I can burn instead. But Minecraft, I saw an infographic not too long ago that showed the world of Minecraft being bigger than the sun. So it's easy to get lost, especially when you're in valleys and hills and it's up and down and there's tall trees that obstruct your line of sight, and there's not really a lot of landmarks. So you got to build your landmarks. That's what those towers are all about. Anyhow, it's also important to not kill off all your resources. If you're not sustainable, you cannot set up shop. You cannot live somewhere. You'd have to constantly be a nomad. We've learned this from our years as tribes in the wild, and we've gotten to the point now where we live in cities in one place all our lives because we have sustainable sources of food. Just keep with that pattern. Anyhow, to eat, I think I'm going to have the mutton today. You select your cooked mutton, and you hold down your right mouse button. Now when you're done, you get that little belching sound, and you notice the meat pops are now full. It's that easy, watchers. So now we have food. We have stone tools, stone sword, a little bit of leather. We only need one more wool, and it's just fantastic, watchers. Fantastic. We are trucking along beautifully. So on that note, I think, screenshot, wrong button, I think it is time to bid you folks a fun week. See you next time. This episode brought to you by Mojang, Open Broadcaster Software, Windows Movie Maker, Expression Encoder, and by watchers like you. Oh, watchers. And my ship, it is in the unsafe part of town. Ooh. Watchers.